marching on, marching on to victory. Labour Party marching, Labour Party marching, marching on to victory. Labour Party marching on, alright, marching on to victory. Labour Party marching, Labour Party marching, marching on to victory. Jump and shout, tell it all about, we shall have a victory. Jump and shout, tell it all about, we shall have the victory. Come now, me and the neighbor, oh yes, we voting for Labour. Alright, me and the neighbor, bring them, we voting for Labour. Carry them, me and the neighbor, oh yes, we voting for Labour. Oh yes, me and the neighbor, voting, we voting for Labour. Alright, jump and shout, tell it all about, we shall have the victory. The victory, a better way. Must be, we are gonna make that change. Yes, we will now. Jamaica need a change. We are gonna make that change. Me and the neighbor, alright, we voting for Labour. Oh yeah, me and the neighbor, voting, we voting for Labour. Me and the neighbor, we voting for Labour. Alright, me and the neighbor, oh yeah, we voting for Labour. Jump and shout.
Good morning, Labour Roots, and good morning to all of the comebacks watching this channel. Good morning to all of the comebacks watching this channel again. What is the conference last night? Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive, and now the voice of the Westmoreland people. People, may I wonder, see, I am wondering if there's any PNP left in Clarendon. See, want to see the spectacular or the spectacle that happened last night? People like rice grain. It looked like we did have a massive conference last night in Clarendon. But before we get into all of that this morning, let me just say to my people, pleasant good morning. Let's roll out the shout outs. And I'll be back over on TikTok shortly. See? So Rohan Newland, big up yourself. Electra, big up yourself. Good morning to my beautiful mother-in-law. Good morning, mommy. Saya, big up yourself. And MK3, big up yourself. Winsome Nemacha, big up yourself. See? Now guys, there's 43 of us here so far. I only got 7 thumbs up. 57 of us now. I only got 7 thumbs up. So hit the 3 dots in the right hand corner of your screen. Hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. See? Now, I don't know if the PNP is absolutely delusional or what. Father Skengdan say he's predicting 38 seats for the People's National Criminal Organization. And I don't know if, he's probably getting too old now himself. And if he get him head check. See? No way is the PNP getting 38 seats in Jamaica. They'll be lucky if they come away with 8 seats. Remember, say me did tell you. The whole nation say green. The entire Jamaica is green. Remember, say me tell you. And by the way, there's a blue dot poll coming today. Yes, there's a blue dot poll coming today. And if that blue dot poll says that the Jamaica Labour Party is anywhere between 8 and 10 percentage point ahead of the PNP, that signal complete obliteration for the People's National Criminal Organization. That is another landslide victory. So we wait on that poll. And by the way, in a couple of days from now, guys, we'll be having Purple Day. See? So Purple Day, we'll be celebrating that day, or we'll be, that day we'll be championing, persons who have lost their lives in Jamaica to crime and violence. We saw that young baby that got killed not too long ago. A young life lost to criminal and criminality. You know, so we'll be celebrating Purple Day on the 29th. So in a couple of days from now. See? Now, when the Jamaica Labour Party took power in 2016, crime was up. And when I say crime was up, car thief left, right, and center as you park a car gone. Bike a thief left, right, and center as you park your bike, he gone. Woman draws off of the line. You know what I'm saying? I did that thief then a joke. Woman draws off of the line, gone. As the woman washing panty and put it down somebody thief. See it? I feel say I did ice crack back and I do it still. You know? Everything that relates to criminality. Grapes was up. People disappearing was up. You know? Even people was turning up. Bodies was turning up with their organs missing. This is how much crime and violence got out of control in that 5 years during Portia Simpson Miller's reign. Crime and criminality completely went unhinged, my people. Andrew Holness took to the floor, and Andrew Holness promised the people, and he said, listen, I'm going to fix up this country so that one day, you know, Jamaicans will be able to sleep with their windows and doors open. It took him 9 years, my people, and you know, in a lot of communities, there are still communities like Mark Golding's constituency where these things can't happen, you know, but in a lot of communities in Jamaica today, you can now sleep with your windows and doors open if you choose to do so. See? So, my Prime Minister have delivered on that promise as well. It is a work in progress, and he continues to chip away at it. By the way, guys, I want to tell me if you don't see me properly. Also, tell me if you don't hear me properly. See? Because I can see like on TikTok, I can see what my signal strength is. I can't see what my signal strength be on YouTube. So if you don't hear me properly, tell me in the comment section. And if you don't see me properly, tell me in the comment section. Because me I see myself properly, and oftentimes when after the video is posted, I can see that I am very blurry. I don't know why, but me I see myself properly. You know? Okay, so now hear me loud and clear. And now see me. Alright, cool. Education overall was a big issue in Jamaica. You know, as of 2016 or 2017 onwards, you know, the education system has been under constant reform. It is still under reform now, but what the Prime Minister added was, you know, a lot of apprenticeship programs, you know, things like gaining a skill, you know, so these things are becoming better. We have seen murders at a 30-year low. I am 35 years old. You know, we have seen poverty, record lows in poverty, unemployment at record lows. You know, our debt when we took over government from the PNP in 2016, you know, we owed our debtors 100% of what we make plus 20% on top. I'm going to repeat that for so you can hear. When we took government from the PNP in 2016, when Andrew Holness won that election in 2016, for every $1 US that we made in our country, we had to give our debtors that $1 US plus 20 cents on top of it. Let us put it like that. See? So we were paying to our debtors more than what we were earning as a nation. That is gross domestic product. See? Our gross domestic produce, what we produce overall as a nation. See? So that is what GDP mean, my people. So anybody don't understand what GDP stands for? GDP mean overall what we earn as a nation. We had to be giving our debtors 100% of that. Plus we had to find 20%. And this is where, you know, the PNP was always taxing us because the economy is so bad, right? And they borrowed and borrowed on top of debt, right? So they owed so much money to our debtors where they had to pay them back 100% of what we earn. Plus they had to pay another 20% on top. Absolute devastation it took to our economy and to our country and to our people. And because of that, our people was heavily laden with poverty. You know, our people was suffering and struggling, you know. And today, we see lots of major infrastructure work going on, you know, in Jamaica. We see the rollout of the rural bus service. The JUTC is now rolling out to rural parts of the country. Before, the JUTC Kingston thing, you know. Hardly would I see any coming to other parishes. It was a Kingston thing. The PNP did not manage to govern this country well. They did not manage our economy well. They did not manage crime at all. Crime and criminality. You know, some people, we not call no names, strive from crime and criminality, became multi-billionaire. You know, I have another one from Hanover called Real Deal Radcliffe Dawes. You know, I saw him this morning with a screenshot of me sleeping, giant bungie, and have up my thing. I sleep in a bed. I never see a man love man so. with that Radcliffe a Batman dog. See? By the way, all of these things that I've just outlined to my people. And by the way, housing scheme after housing scheme after housing scheme after housing scheme, whether government or private, the conditions are there now in Jamaica for people with money to invest their money in long-term investments. See? And this government is the one who, you know, made it possible for that to happen. And all of these things that took place happened for 9 years without no new taxes towards the Jamaican people. If the PNP was in power today, they would not have paid down our debt. And by the way, our debt is standing at 68% now. This year, I believe April, it is standing at 68%. And by the time next April come, it will be down to 64%. That is how good this government is managing the economy. So we have to come here on a daily basis and point these things out to our people, my people. We cannot continue to beat around the bushes. We must tell the PNP that we see them and we see that they have nothing to offer. Nothing but criminality. See, there are bands of criminals and we cannot allow them to ever come nowhere near our halls of power ever again. Not for the next 49 years. Jamaica is 49 years behind the most developed nation in the world. You know, yesterday I went to a yard, you know, and I saw a robot cutting the lawn in the yard that I was, you know. We need to move Jamaica forward. We want to get to them the place there. We can have robot and manicure with lawns in Jamaica as well. See? We don't want no back wall people where I think about back in idea and them don't want to change and they don't want to develop a nation. We don't want that. See? As long as we can develop our nation, my people, then we will stop our people from, you know, leaving, going towards, you know, better developed nations, for lack of better words. You know, so if we can develop our nation, get our nation to first world standards, we will keep our brightest people. We'll keep our brightest minds. And you know, our nation will be able to develop on the same par as others. You know? So, Mr. Skengdan made a prediction saying that he predicts 38 seats for the People's National Criminal Organization. And I believe that was a slip of the tongue, my people. So I want to correct Mr. Skengdan statement. I believe Mr. Skengdan, you know, meant to say that he's predicting 8 seats for the PNP, because that is what I am predicting, my people. 8 seats. It's 52 of us, guys. I only got 14 thumbs up. Hit the 3 dots in the right hand corner of your screen. Hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe. Same time. See? For my fly cheese, his phone screen and bite out somebody neck chink. See? Alright. Yesterday, you know, I don't know who was watching the live yesterday. And we are say we don't want no man in our party where, you know, I wind up themselves on stage like Ice Sprat Backerman and lots of others. You know, the PNP in Jamaica now is truly the LBGTQYZ ZZ YXX party. See? And we not say no labor right, I know, gay homosexual, we not say that. but we not have them front and center in our party. That's another signal what we are sent to with juvenile them. You know, who are with juvenile they know say, yo, you know, with population are dwindle and you can't play in a buttocks and replenish with population. See? So, no to boogerism. Something that the PNP wants in Jamaica and the Jamaica Labour Party will not allow it. We are a conservative party. We are more to the right. We believe in a God. We believe in a law and order. We believe in a rules and regulation. And my Prime Minister is doing a wonderful job in leading this nation. He's doing a wonderful job in leading this party. And I must say big up to Pernell Charles Jr. You know, I join him in thanking Peter Bunting. You know, yesterday, Pernell Charles Jr. would have thanked Peter Bunting on the platform, and I want to join him this morning in thanking CDE Peter Bunting. You know, because if it weren't for Peter Bunting, you know, if it weren't for Peter Bunting crying out to the Lord in heaven and crying on his knees like the little girl that he is, you know, instead of doing what is right, you know, if it weren't for him, the good Lord Almighty would not have found it fit to send us our Moses. See, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Brogard Holness. See, so it was the cries of Peter Bunting that pierced the heavens, you know, and the good Lord looked down and said, Jamaican, I feel my favorite TV station that, you know, but here what happen now. Them can't really change culturally, but we're gonna help them clean up a place, yeah, so make them clean up them place and, you know, look where crime go down so they can prosper. A long time them suffer, you know. Alright, when you see Andrew Holness there, and see Dr. Restrang there, and the rest of the cabinet, see? And now we are reaping the benefit. And you know what will come from that, my people? What will come from that is, once we can fix crime and violence, and no, I don't want nobody to think that we are saying that we will eradicate. And for the PNP, where they on the live wanna understand what eradicate mean. See? I am not saying that we will completely end crime and violence in Jamaica. It is impossible. It is impossible in every nation in the world. You can't end crime and violence. But we can get it to such a level where it is manageable. You know? And it is under control. And that is where Jamaica is heading. Now, I don't know how much of you seen that post that the Prime Minister made yesterday where he's talking to the new recruits. You know, and I want to join the Prime Minister in telling the new recruits, you know, that we are expecting great things from them. We are expecting them to be better than the police of today because they're the police of tomorrow. And we are expecting better from them. I certainly, you know, I've had probably 2 bad experiences with police in Jamaica where, you know, me and them broke out in an argument. But, you know, for the most part where I've encountered with the police in Jamaica, it has always been a pleasant, you know, occasion where the police will say, good morning, sir. My name is so and so. Can you provide me with the vehicle's document, your driver's license, wherever. Them say they want to search. Me up everywhere, make them search it on the vehicle. See? Because me not nothing for them. And if they stop me 10 times in a one day and ask me the same thing, I don't have a problem because I don't have nothing for them. See? So all of who have problem and talk, oh, police have stopped me and right and it's because you don't have something for them. You know, and then stop you know. But, you know, right and wrong. If you believe that, you know, you just want to go about your business and traverse safe. I like to see police presence. I like to see the military present. You know, I am from Savlamar. There's a military present down there now. And when I go home, I like to see it. You know, things still happen, obviously, but not more than so anymore. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful to the Prime Minister. Big up yourself, you know, Father Bertie. And big up yourself, Dark Night. Big up on yourself. And big up to all of me TikTokers, them that is over here, showing the Dodge some love and support. I'll be back on TikTok in about 2 or 3 days. So, soon. See? There is 96 of us, guys. And see if you can get me to 30 like that. 30 thumbs up. See? So, hit the 3 dots in the right hand corner. Hit the thumbs up button. And hit subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. See? Now, I want to talk to you guys about, the misinformation that is going on out there right now with the PNP bloggers. They run out of things to lie about because they realize it is not working. So anybody that has been blogging and anybody that has been on TikTok, because that is the true battleground, my people. TikTok is where the real political battleground is. And if you're over there, you will notice that the PNP bloggers, they are slowly disintegrating. They are slowly disappearing. They are slowly going away. We managed to get them under control like crime. See? Because they have nothing to offer the Jamaican people but petulant lies. There's 109 of us, guys. You know, get me to 30 likes, no, 30 thumbs up. Hit the 3 dots in the right hand corner of your screen. Hit the thumbs up button. And I want to say good morning to Royal Jamaican Karen Cecilia Cross. Good morning, Mama. I'm a big fan. Although I am a Labourite, I must tell you that I listen to you avidly, and I see you as a true Jamaican patriot. So while you're here, Mama, I want to give you your flowers. While if you're just passing through, I want to tell you that, I have nothing but the utmost respect for persons like you. I talk about the moderates of the PNP all the time, and you and Jamaica 411 and Natalie, you guys are, the pinnacle of moderate PNPs who believe in the rule of law, and I must say to you guys, kudos and keep up the good work. And I sometimes, even use you guys material over here. I will play a one clip for a thing sometimes, so forgive me for biting on the material, but I must tell you now that you're doing a good job, and the others, they're doing a good job. And big up Father Steady as well. Big up Lashika, big up Winner, big up Father Travi, big up big up Chopper Media, big up Chuck Fiddley, Angel, big up yourself, Philippian, big up yourself, and big up a warrior them where they behind the screen, people like my wife, big up my wife as well. She's a warrior behind the screen for the Jamaica Labour Party, so Father Dark Night yourself, I see Amy from morning. Loads of people. I can't remember everybody's name. So lovely and say hey from California, USA. Big up yourself, lovely Nini. Big up yourself. Stacy and Williams say hi. Big up yourself, Stacy and Williams. Mama Karen Cross say bless you. We all have to do our part in this fight in this fight for our country. Yes, we are fighting for the very soul of our nation, like I keep on saying, and we cannot allow this white man that is called Bucky Massa to come here and to divide our nation and divide our people just so he can get his name in the history books as Prime Minister, because that is the only reason why. He has nothing to offer the Jamaican people. Not a goddamn thing enough to offer the Jamaican people. And we must not allow it. We must look within ourselves, deep within ourselves, and know that, listen, we are we are people that was divided many years ago, taken from the motherland, brought to Jamaica. Today we identify as Jamaicans and we are proud. But we must not allow the ancestors, our people, that their ancestors, divided us from them time there to come back here to try and divide us today. We must stand against it in unison. All of us, whether you're PNP or JLP or you're NOP, all of us must stand in unison. In unison to tell Mark Golden to please go home. Tell him to pack up and go on home. We don't want him down here to divide with people them. And we see time and time again that he does not mean this country any good. He does not turn up for our occasions. He does not turn up for important things like our holidays. He's missing in action for things like even, we see the urban center first in many of us lifetime. event. And where was Mark Golding? St. Thomas that was loyal to Mark Golding for many, well, not Mark Golding, but the PNP for many, many moons. You know, why did he not go and represent the PNP from St. Thomas then? You know, so we cannot continue to allow this kind of thing to happen and people sit idly by and watch this. We must all stand up against it and tell Mark Golding, please go away, Bucky Massa. I read to Kobe, Lord. Good morning to Dujan and the family. I can't understand how it's so important to carry on the front page. A Dan's perspective and not what is happening not what is happening with the reduction in poverty. Well, the glean, I know, like I keep saying, is skewed. They got Mark Golding got them in his back pocket. I believe Joseph Matalan and Mark Goldings are best boyfriends, you know, and the whole entire RJR group. So thank God for things like social media. So you can have people like me and my team, the P6 crew, formerly G6 crew, you know, and people like Mama Karen and Natalie and the rest, you know, who are moderates, who believe, people like Mr. Vegas, big up Mr. Vegas. See? We continue to fight the good fight, my people. It has been a hard fight, but we are managing to beat them. You know, we are managing to beat them in a corner because they are starting to disappear now. And what they have started to do is start the personal attack. They have started to attack me personally. You know, they are starting to try to take down my pages on TikTok and other stuff like that, because this is the kind of infighting that the PNP like. They like it dirty things and it worst kind of things them. I mean, I talk about every PNP, the PNP of today, the Rise United PNP. And this is why I call them the PNCO, the People's National Criminal Organization, because since Peter Bunting and Mark Golding took over the PNP, they are nothing but a set of criminals, a bunch of criminals, see? And they have taken over Norman Manley's party. And I believe Norman Manley would have been disappointed today. You know, people like PJ Patterson, who we know was a crook as well. He sat down and he's sitting down today with a big voice, not saying nothing, allowing them to further destroy the PNP, because that is what will happen. Because when the Jamaica Labour Party wins this election, you know, the PNP will almost go extinct, because I am predicting that the PNP will only have 8 seats come the next general election. See, big up yourself, am I? Good morning. I just ask for you, you know. I have asked my day one people, them, you know. See? So, show our labor rights and good morning. Peter Bunting, Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, Angela Brown Burke, you know, those are the hierarchy of the PNP. I don't look upon them if you don't see no leader in none of them the people. Honestly to God, you don't look and tell me if you don't see no leadership in them the people that we just call. It is an absolute travesty. That is where I, as a Labourite, believe in democracy. See? And I, as a Labourite, believe that we need to have a functioning opposition. You remember when Andrew Holness was opposition leader? Andrew Holness was an effective opposition leader. And all of the things that the PNP was doing, he was there doing his job. You know, being an effective opposition. Until when the election was called, the people chose him because they saw him as a viable leader at the time. The people today that is running behind the People's National Criminal Organization under the of the Rise United. You people, I am telling you, you are doing a disservice to our nation. See? In the Rise United ranks today, we do not have one patriotic Jamaican. No Jamaican in there that today that is following behind Mark Golding. And they installed Mark Golding. They thought that Jamaicans were idiots and we were silly. So we were going to elect a white man because she skin white and we said Jesus white, and we want to elect few people them. Why would we choose Mark Golding over Andrew Holness, who born in Jamaica, have a Jamaican mother, have a Jamaican father, have a Jamaican granny, have a Jamaican grandpa, have a Jamaican great granny, have a Jamaican great grandpa, over a white man who move come to Jamaica when he a baby. Born in London, England, and move come to Jamaica when he a baby. And his mother and father, white as white can be, they're from the mountain of Caucasus or whatever they call it. See? That is where they're from. Right? He's not one of us, my people. So when he come and him talk about, I am on a junglist. You want a man taping in your face what him a junglist. More fry us, man. This part of jungle you're born and grow. Lift up. We can't continue to have these culture vultures coming to bite power little thing what we have done in Jamaica. See, you know, run him from the man and tell him to go on. I'm read two coming. Which part be there though? Okay, Amar say good morning. Lovely Nini said, do you have a Telegram channel? I do not. You know, me just there try to build up my little thing for you. So once me probably get up to 10k subscribers, me will start venturing into other things. But I am on TikTok, I am on Facebook, I am on IG. You know, I got 2 TikTok pages and I am here on YouTube for now. See? So once me get up to 10k, which is my target, I will venture into other sectors. So guys, there's 158 of us live now who are not yet a subscriber. Hit the 3 dots in the right hand corner of your phone, hit the thumbs up button and hit subscribe. See? And get me to 50 thumbs up if you can. Dan Warren say good morning. Ron Newman say, Dujon, any truth about Lisa crossing over? I forgot wait for either Miss Stark or ask Mama Karen, you know, because me can't tell her that. I can't tell her that, Rohan. You have to ask Mama Karen. So when Mama Karen do her live, you know, see if you can go in a Mama Karen thing and ask her. Cause I believe Mama Karen is familiar with Lisa. See? Christopher Ballin said talk truth, bro. Donna Cole said good morning. Yvette Stevens said good morning. Please stay. Please don't let colonizer or grifters dictate how your people leads and live your life. Alright, cool. Mark Golin have a great history in Jamaica already because his great grandparents them were slave owners. Oh God. That is nothing great. You know, and I wish people like Eva Skengdan, you know, that is a big man that, you know, can get people to follow behind him. You know. And follow in the footstep of Craig Oates. When you see what Craig Oates are doing down Hanover. That is the right thing to do. The country is moving in the right direction. When you see what Karen Cross do, that is the right thing to do. When you see what Natalie Stark do, that is the right thing to do. Our country for too long have been left behind. And whether people like it or not, the PNP in their tenure, they did not have great leaders. So they did not move the country where the country should have been. It is a plain and simple fact as that. See, they did not do it, my people. Today in Andrew Holness, we have a leader that is able to, he's a manager. He's a good manager. And because he's a good manager, he's able to manage the country's affair in the right way. And that is what we should all want to see. The America where you want to go. And because them have great managers over time, why they develop so fast and so good. The Great Britain where you want to go. It's because they had good managers over the time why they develop. And by the way, Britain is 1,100, almost 1,200 year old democracy. You know? So they've had a long time to practice. Jamaica is only 60 odd. You know? Jamaica is much more modern and came about when a lot of the world was built already. See? So we cannot continue down this line to peddle and to behave as if, you know, the PNP have something to offer the Jamaican people. They do not. They don't. Not today. What the PNP must do now, sorry, I beg your pardon. What the PNCO must do now is get rid of Mark Golden first, get rid of Peter Bunting second, get rid of Dayton Campbell, and we see what them are doing now. Them are move out moderate PNP out of seats and install them with people who are closely aligned with Rise United because they know they will lose this election, you know, my people. And because they know they will lose this election, they are installing Rise United people because guess what? When they lose the election, they want to stay there in the positions. They want to sink their tentacles in further. But if we no win no seat in Jamaica, we must win South Manchester. You know, hear me telling the Labour Rights? Labour Rights of South Manchester. I am calling on you guys now to rally the base in South Manchester. because Mark Golding can't carry it and him a go lose. So their next bet is Peter the Grunting Bunting, who has been an absolute failure as well for the Jamaican people. See? So in order for us to keep the PNP away from the halls of power, we must keep Peter Bunting out, because they don't have nobody to lead the party right now, unless they're going to send back Felisa. Because when Mark Golding won that election, I was of the belief, or that selection, when I was of the belief that that should have been Lisa Anna. You know? That should have been Lisa Anna. Lisa Anna could have given Andrew Holness a better try. You know? And East Westmoreland as well, Mama Karen. But me not too worry about Eastern Westmoreland. Mama Karen. I believe Danny will win that. You know, the people in Eastern Westmoreland. And by the way, I am from Central Westmoreland. See? I am from Savlamar, to be exact. You know, I am of the belief that the people in Eastern Westmoreland will keep Dayton Campbell out. They will keep Dayton Campbell out. You know, they know that he's a failure. Just like the people of North Trelawney, I believe will keep Wickham McNeil out, because Wickham McNeil has been a failure down there in Western Westmoreland as well. See, these people, we can't continue to entertain them. Look on somebody like Wickham McNeil. We sit down at Westmoreland for 40 years and do nothing. And the people, my PNP or not, really look upon that and I follow behind Wickham McNeil. Then I tell the party leader, say party leader, watch out. We are PNP, you know. But we don't say where Wickham McNeil down at Westmoreland, so don't send him come here, so send him somewhere else. You tell me, say people, they don't care about themselves enough to even say that. We are follow behind Rise United and the People's National Criminal Organization. Mighty God of Daniel. We are doomed, my people, if that is the thinking of some of these people. If that is the thought process of some of these people, we are doomed. When they come down a Savlamar, down a Westmoreland, down a my place, me and the Lancy, fighting against Julian Chang, because Julian Chang is the most popular PNP down there, you know. Julian Chang is the most popular PNP in Central Westmoreland right now. Dwayne Vaz can't carry the swing. The people they don't want Dwayne Vaz. So because the people they don't want Dwayne Vaz, the next best thing is Julian Chang. But Julian Chang go start ask too much question. So then start throw her out of the party, then start fight against her. See? The PNP in Westmoreland, I am glad it's not Julian Chang who is the standard bearer. See? Because the PNP would have had a better chance, a better fight in Central Westmoreland. So I'm glad it's Dwayne Vaz who the people they know want. Dwayne Vaz when I do nothing for the people them 6 consecutive years. Dwayne Vaz stayed in Central Westmoreland and did absolutely jack, donkey, diddy for the people them. Nothing at all him no do. See? I know come now I go like him brand new. Just like Mark Golding come now I go like him brand new. Dayton Campbell come and go like him brand new. And I want to address the statement that Peter Bunting made. About him going to put man in a short pants. The Prime Minister and about him, man. The Prime Minister love him, man. The Prime Minister don't want no man want to see him in a short pants. So Peter Bunting lift up with them the thought process there. I saw you want to see the Prime Minister in a short pants. With a dip on them, go look for Ice Pratt and them man there. And go look for them in a short pants. See? With a dip on that. Oh. A woman for we think there in a Labour Party. Oh. By the way, my people, hear me now. See? I am of the belief that the Prime Minister will call the election soon. You know, I am of that belief. This is not nothing that was said to me. I am just feeling that way as a, you know, a political phenom myself. You know, I just believe, I am of the belief that the conditions are, you know, after this Blue Dot poll today, we will hear that the Jamaica Labour Party is between 8 or 10 percentage point from the PNP. That is what I am assuming. I also have no fact on that. But if we are anywhere between 8 and 10 percentage point away from Mark Golding's PNCO, that signal complete wipeout for the People's National Criminal Organization. And because of that, the Prime Minister will call the election. So when the bells of the elections are rung, my people, see, I want you to tell your neighbor, to tell dear neighbor, to tell dear neighbor. And I'm also calling on Natalie Stark, Mama Karen, and other moderates, Lawrence Rowe and Greg Oates and all of them. Do not sit on the sideline. Join us. Join the Jamaica Labour Party. After when we get rid of Mark Golding, we can go back over on the party. See? Join us. Get rid of Mark Golding. So tell phone neighbor, tell dear neighbor as well, that we are all voting for Labour. See? Guys, I'm going to go and get ready to go to work now. So, big up on yourself. And glad for having you. If you're not yet a subscriber, please subscribe. And we will soon tonight. See? Big up on yourself. Show Labour rights.